Hey y'all, it's Christy from Teadoddles. Sorry I missed yesterday's Motivational Monday, but more about that in a bit. Today I'm going to take you through all of my unfinished yarn projects. Yay! So, welcome new subscribers, welcome back subscribers. I'm happy to have you here with me in my maker shenanigans. I like to do the sewing things, the yarny things, and the DIY things. So you will see a little bit of all of that here on this channel. If you like to make things, you might like it here. So I have been doing mostly, well, sewing tutorials. So I thought today we'd dive into some yarn. I actually did crochet the other night for the first time in a long time. I don't know, it just struck, it was Sunday. I was resting Sunday because I was tired. I am tired today. But yesterday I went to weight class. I'm sorry y'all, I am so sleepy right now. And I decided to go up in weights. Like I added more weight to my bar. The bar we use bar and hand weights, and we use body weight, and we do a bunch of different things. It's an hour-long class. And I feel like the routine change. She doesn't do the same routine every time. We do some of the same things, but there's always, she likes to mix it up, which I like, because it would be boring to me to go in every time and do the same exact thing, which is not really the way you're supposed to do it when you do weights. But I like that it's varied. This one was new, and there were some new moves in it, and I am very sore today. I was so tired yesterday. And then today at the school, they finally moved my big metal cabinet, so I was rearranging things. So I was up on my feet all day. Which normally, I'm not always on my feet at the school. It varies. I get sit down time and stand up time. So yeah, I'm just tired, and but I wanted to do a video today because I didn't do one yesterday. I'll do a little bit longer video since I missed Motivational Monday, which is usually a really short one, and talk about yarn stuff since I haven't done that in a while. And I dug out all of my project bags and boxes and bins, and yeah, there's a lot of them, y'all. I gotta make some headway on this stuff, so I'm just gonna go through them briefly and talk about them, and I'm gonna have you vote on which one I should finish next. I'll pick out my top 3, and then y'all can tell me which one you think I should finish next. But first, I wanted to show y'all this before I packed it up, because it was the first thing that sold in my shop when I put the new items up. If you haven't noticed it or haven't seen it on any of my other social media, I did upload, or I had a shop update. It was a fairly big shop update. It was larger bags, with the medium to larger bags. There were no smaller bags in there except the pouches. I have the sets like I do sometimes with the leftovers. I make the large drawstring bag with the pockets, and then I make a little zippered pouch to go with it. So I had a few of those. One of those is already sold. So if you're looking for a new bag, go check it out. But this is the first time I put one of these in my shop. Okay, this is what I call my traveling maker bag. Okay, because it is a larger size purse type bag, and I do put the dropped zipper in it, so you can pull this up like this. This is a little dropped panels, and I leave the zipper ends out. And this bag not only has the full line of pockets on one side, it also has an inset zipper pocket, which I have been putting in some of my totes that I've sold recently, but not like my Mega Maker tote, which is just the biggest tote I make, but not this bag. So this bag has a body size that is close in size to the Mega Maker tote, or this one is not quite, because of the pieces I put together. This was made from leftovers, but it was big enough to make one. So usually, sometimes my bags vary in size because of a panel or the fabric I'm using. It's just, I have a standard size and then sometimes they vary in size. But this is a traveling maker bag, and by the end of this week I will have up custom orders for different bag types and listing. I just got to work on that some to see how I need to put it in there. So if you're looking for something custom, it'll be up there, and we'll see how that goes. I'll accept orders until I really can't accept any more orders. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. So this one has animal on it, which I think is really cute. I really love him. But I just want to show y'all that because this is a bag that I've never sold in the shop before, a bag type. And I have one over here that I made a long time ago, which it has sewn handles. I think I'm going to look into some wider. This, I actually dyed this. I spray painted with fabric dye one side of it. The other side is not dyed, but I like the way that looks. I just didn't like this color being over here, so I can dye this. I just might get some, see if they have some a little wider for some of my bigger bags. All right, now let's take a look at all this yarny mess I got going on around me. I have bags to the left of me, bags to the right of me, bins and boxes. Okay, like I said, we're gonna try to go through this as quick as possible, and I will list try to list projects, like if it's in progress, what the pattern is and what yarn I used. Some of this yarn is, they don't make it anymore, but maybe you got some in your stash, I don't know. So the first thing is, this is almost completely finished. This is a pattern from Knit Picks. No, We Crochet. If you go to their website, they have some free crochet. They had these sets you could crochet. There were free patterns for different months. I think this was February's or January's. All I gotta do is put a button on this. It's like a hanging towel. This right here is supposed to be a trivet. It's these triangles that you're supposed to sew together into a circle, but I guess it's something about the way I crocheted it or something. Every time I try to sew these together, they cup up. So I gave up on that. So I have 4 of them. I figured I could use it for like a coaster or something like that. I would probably use it more for that than anything. So I'm calling that done. I just need to put a button on this. So that's a pretty easy one. And randomly I have a soap sack in here, which that's done. This pattern is actually free on my website if you would like it. And I think I had a washcloth that goes along with it. So it just has a scrubby side and a regular side, and it is a drawstring soap sack. So I'll put that link down below if you would like to make one of these. All right, I'm just gonna push this aside. So the next thing I've got is all of these granny squares. These aren't even in bags, but these are mini skeins from one of Southern Skeins yarn advent calendars. I got the tweed one year, and I made these granny squares with just the puff stitch in it. Y'all, I'm a fan of the puff stitch. In case you can't tell, I put puff stitches in everything. And so it came with one big skein of this luscious tweed. Ooh, yarn in your face. So what I'm gonna do is make a scarf. I'm gonna connect it with this, and so that's what I need to do to finish that one. That would be an easy one to finish. Might be my top 3. Not sure yet. We'll see. It's not even in a bag. How sad. That would be an easy one to finish. Alright, we're gonna start with these smaller bags. Actually, this is not a yarny project. This is an embroidery project that I've had forever. Leisure Arts, they have these maker kits. This is what it's supposed to look like in the end. I'll probably work on that closer to when it feels like the air is not like pea soup. Let's put it that way. And anybody on the East Coast knows that also, not only is it hot and humid because it was, I don't know, upper 90s, feels like 105 or something today, but all of the, which I can't imagine the people who are in it, the forest fires in Canada, it's drifted down the coastline, so it has made it all the way to Georgia. It's been quite foggy looking outside, and sometimes I feel like I can taste grit in my mouth. So yeah, and I looked at the map. It's some of it has made it across the top down into California too, which is crazy, but not good for anybody anywhere. All right, so there's that one. Oh, well, that doesn't count because that's not a yarny project. All right, what's in here? Okay, these haven't even been started. This is an old sock of the month kit from Darn Good Yarn. I want to learn to knit socks, so this will have to be when I can actually take the time to knit socks, which explains why it was on my rack over there. That rack was for projects that I haven't started. Look, I got a string on here. This is from one of my clubs. It's pretty. I love this print. All right, next. Let's see what's in this one. This is an old Jimmy Bean. All right. Oh, this is this is something else I hadn't even started. This is cotton that I got from, I did the Jimmy Beans project club for a little bit, like 3 months I think earlier this year, but I stopped it because I have too much stuff already. So there's a pattern I've got to download somewhere. It came with some stitch markers, so that's another one I haven't started yet. So these so far are not even things I've started, they're just in the bag waiting, because yeah, this is the project bag I got in 2018. They used to give you project bags with them. They don't do that anymore. What in the world? Why do I, oh, this is for this hat, this knit hat. Willie Knits. Willie Smith, Willie Knits. Y'all, I knitted a sweater first, that's what I did. And I've yet to knit a hat or a pair of socks. So that's what those bags are for. I haven't knitted in a while, actually. All right, maybe we'll actually get to a project bag that has a project that I've started in it. Maybe. Oh, this looks like one right here. Okay, yep. This is the first month of the Jimmy Beans project. They give you crochet or knit pattern for this one. It's this offbeat thread. And this is a scarf. I actually like this pattern a lot. It's cool the way it makes the wavy. Kind of looks like a vintage flag to me, the coloring of it. So the only thing I don't like about this is it's crocheted in the length of the scarf. So it just takes longer to get a row finish. But it's kind of one of those patterns. It's a 2-row repeat you can do pretty easy while you're watching some Netflix. So this is probably a contender only because it would be an easy one. So I'm going to put this in my front pile here. All right, what's in this one? Look, remember this one? This is like the first year I did my club I used to do. Look, I've got strings coming off of this. If you have that on your project bags, just clip it off. Usually I try to pull them out and clip it off. But the bags I keep aren't as neat. But it was Yoga Farm Animals. Oh, this is the fun one that I would really like to complete. Ooh, this is gonna be a top contender for sure. This is a, look at him. This is a caterpillar, a fantastical caterpillar that I decided to make with some hand-dyed yarn. This was like Nacho Mama is the name of this yarn, and salsa, because this has got some accent pieces that go on it. He's got little eyeballs in there already. Look at him, ain't he cool? This is a contender. That was from Showreel Studios. I'm not sure if they still have yarn. I'll check. So that is going in my pile of contenders because I would like to see that completed. I haven't done an amigurumi in a long time to complete. Ooh, this is a pretty one too, but I know this isn't going in my top contender because it's going to take a while to complete this. Ones I'll have you vote on. This is one I kind of work on every once in a while, but look how pretty. At the front, it doesn't really matter. Look how pretty this is turning out, y'all. Oh yes, I'm mixing these two It's a Wrap. One It's a Wrap Rainbow, one It's a Wrap Sprinkles, and confetti, and I think this is called Rainbow. So this is something like the Alice in Wonderland wrap thing. If you were ever a member of my Cozy Murder Mystery Club, my Cozy Murder Mystery Cow, not club. Ooh, a club would be fun. Anyway, I was doing projects for the books instead of me making a pattern every month, like, or a square every month, which is one of these bins is those squares I've got to sew together, and the Afghan I've got to finish. But this is a wrap, and this is, I love the way this is turning out. But this is one of those you got to really focus on, because the pattern, although it looks like it repeats, it's got a, it doesn't, it varies. So get back in here. Also a project bag I made with some little farm prints on it. All right, that's that row. That went pretty quick. That one's a pretty one because most of those weren't even projects I've started yet. Let's go to this side next. Okay, so this is also, isn't this bag cool? I don't remember where I got this bag from. What does it say? New Moon Energy. Where did I get that bag? I don't know. So I got this yarn to make a pattern from Bonita Yarns. She makes the coolest patterns, and I don't remember which one it's for. It came with a little stitch marker. But this is mohair, acrylic, and angora. This is soft. So I have, this one's got more pink. You can see the pink in it. That in there, and then I have, I'm just gonna show y'all. These are all mini skeins from one of my club years that I was doing. I was trying to do a little pattern for y'all every month, and I got way behind on it. I never did all of them. So what I think I'm gonna do for mini skeins is make up a pattern where you can use all your mini skeins, even if they have different yarn types, and then put the pattern up for people. It'll be a free pattern because I feel like I owe people for that. So I'm gonna put that down here because that is something I need to remember to put on my list of things to do. I'm gonna drop my water bottle on concrete and did it, and this is like stainless steel, and now it wobbles when I set it down. Anyway, oh, okay, this is one that may get ripped out. Even though I have crocheted quite a bit on it, because I don't remember what the heck this pattern is for. It was for a wrap or something. This is Cozy Comfy cotton in this chai latte, and I have a ton of it, and I wanted a big wrap out of it. Actually, this would be great for the office if I could. You know how you make those like triangular wraps and then you close in one end for sleeves or something like that? I don't know. Or you add in the sleeves. Is that what this was? Something like that. I don't remember what the pattern was. I think I found a pattern that I was going to use for it because I couldn't remember what the pattern was for this part, and then I started doing this stuff on it. And then I think I found another pattern. I was like, oh, I wanted to make that, but I've done so much on it. I really don't want to pull all that out, y'all. That's like 3 skeins of, or 3 cakes, I think. 2 or 3 cakes. So that's something I got to think about, because I need to decide if I'm gonna rip it out or not. What do y'all think? Y'all tell me what you think about that one. Should I rip that all out? I really don't want to do that. All right, now I know that this is not a project I've started, but this is a bag I got from Furls. They had the little kits one time, and you got a hook, one of their fun hooks, which is still in this bag. It's a Furls streamline hook, and it came with all this yummy, this is acrylic yarn, but this is so soft, and there's a pattern, but I don't remember, but this has got the prettiest colors with it, because you could pick different color scheme. Look at it, it's so pretty. So I gotta figure out if I even have the pattern for that still. I probably do. I probably downloaded it in my mecca of patterns I have. I do have all that organized. That's pretty easy to organize though, because I can just click and pull it in place. I have folders and stuff for all that. All right, that's something else I've got to look into. Let's see. Okay, yet another bag that, this is a Christmas, Southern Skeins Christmas bag. I think it came from one of the advent calendars or something. And this has all sorts of Christmassy, I think this came from a Christmas month I did with one thing, and it had this sparkly yarn. This is all sock yarn. And then there's this color. So it kind of looks like, I had wound these up and I was gonna use them to make a big Christmassy scarf. And for some reason I have this in there. I guess I put all the Christmas stuff, pastry puff. I did make a hat out of the green one I had of this one. This is soft and squishy too. So this is just like a bag of Christmas potential. Let's put it that way. A bag of Christmas potential. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a bag I made a long time ago for my blog. I used this ribbon for handles that I had like left over. You know when you get the big blankets and they have that ribbon around it sometimes? That's what that is. This was a fat quarter or some charm pack I had. I want to say Alison Krauss, but that's a singer. That's not. I can't think of her name. Oh, okay. I know what this is. This is, I had that paper over here somewhere. What did I do with it? This is a crochet along with Expression Fiber Arts. I started at the beginning of this year. I got my crochet mojo back, knit mojo. I started all these things and I have not finished. Multi-Valence. This is the Expression Fiber Arts Multi-Valence Mystery Crochet Along. This is all I have done. I do like this pattern. I picked out a bunch of different sock weight colors, so I probably need to catch up on that. But any crochet alongs, I'll catch up a little bit at a time. I'm not gonna put that on my list of projects to finish because obviously this is not finished yet because it's got more to go. All right, what else we got going on over here? What's in this bag? Oh, this bag I won from Christy at Crochet Creations by Christy, and oh my gosh, I remember her name because her name's the same as mine. They did a little podcast together for a while. I don't know if they still do it because I haven't watched any of that in a long time. Kim, I'm gonna beat I can see her face in my head. I can't think of the name of, I'll put it down below. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. Oh, and this is a pattern they did that I completely forgot about. Oh my gosh, I need to finish this. This was like a lost in time or some kind of thing. This is another one of those you gotta really be able to focus on because it has all that fancy footwork in it, but it looks so good, doesn't it? Isn't it pretty? I was using one of these Woolies cakes. As a matter of fact, I think I sold the other one of these I had, so I hope I don't need another one. It'll be what it will be, won't it? If I can find one. So that's a contender, only because I would like to finish it. It will be something I have to concentrate on. I may have y'all pick. I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time to finish though, because I used to work on this a little bit and that a little bit, but now this is why I have 10 million bags of unfinished projects. You know, it's like a squirrel. Oh, this is pretty. Let's start this. I want to get a little bit of crochet mojo. Oh, this is a knit project that I haven't finished. This is a scarf kit I ordered from Lion Brand, and it uses a cupcake and this dang 24/7 cotton, which I despise. I thought I might like knitting better with it than I do crocheting with it. It's just there's something about it I don't like working with. It makes my hands hurt, and it's not any better really to knit with, honestly. It's a little slippery because it's mercerized cotton. So I've got a good bit of this done. Look at that one. Knitting just takes me a long time. So this may be something I just work on the side because I need to get my knitting mojo going back. I hadn't done any in a long time. I do like this. It's fabulous. It'll be fabulous when it's finished. But I have, and the good thing about this is it's getting smaller as you go along. Start on the big end and you get smaller. So that's a good thing. Although I still have, like, I got a lot of this to do still, so that's going down here. This pile of stuff I gotta think about. Think about stuff. All right, got one more bag on this side. Oh, this is a bag I made a long time ago. I did have some of these in the shop. Those are actually tiny unicorns. I don't know if y'all can see the horn on it. My bags have gone through a lot of stages of how I did them. I do like the side handle though, but oh my gosh. See, I have this like opening presents sometimes because I forget. Y'all, this is something that I need to finish. This is actually, look at this. It's a top. It's like Spotting Clouds top or something. I have the whole top done. I just gotta finish the body of it. Because this is one where I crocheted like this yoke part. You can kind of see it here. And then you block it. And then you start crocheting around it to create the sleeves. And now I'm on to the body. And I did it. Let me turn it around. See, the other side looks different. Isn't that cool? Because I'm using this ombre yarn from Lion brand, and I also, oh, I've hooked up this one because I wanted the body to be in this color. So yeah, this would take a long time to finish, but I would like to work on this one some every day. So this one is not one I'd be able to finish before the next time maybe I have one of these chats, but this is something I really want to work on a little bit. It's going in my little pile because some of these I got to put back somewhere else. Okay, now I've got a couple more things over here. This, and I know what's in this one. This is dishcloth. This is one I finished. This is a free pattern on We Crochet. I really like it. It's pretty. It's kind of fancy. And this is full of cotton and a bunch of dishcloths that I just sometimes I'm a big fan of the crunch stitch or the lemon peel stitch or whatever you want to call it for dishcloths or washcloths or however you want to do it. So this is just a pile of those because I give them out to friends, and sometimes I just feel like crocheting a dishcloth. So that stays beside the couch. All right. Now what's in this big bag? Now this is another traveling maker bag that I made for a prototype for myself. I bleached the bottom. I did a little stitch work on there, you can see, as I did it, bleached it down and let it drip down. This is like a lightweight denim. And this has the sewn handles. They're very long. They were way too long for this bag, really. Out of control. But this is when I was figuring out what I wanted to do for this bag. And this has the tucked in zipper. I've done one that has a separating zipper in it that I gave away on my blog like a million years ago when I first started it. And I did one out of some very heavy, it wasn't carpet fabric, but it was like, what do you call that fabric? It's a heavy weave fabric and denim for someone who won one. I did a giveaway a long time ago. And so I plan on having more of these in there. Oh gosh, this is, I so want to finish this before winter, but I'm not going to work on it right now. Definitely not going to work on it right now. But this is a sweater. Let's zoom in on that. You can see all the tweedy bits in there. I combined Karen tweed with a baby alpaca. This little orange stuff in here is a baby alpaca yarn. Yeah, which, yeah, there we go. Look. It is so soft and squishy. And I've got, what do I have done? This is a sleeve, or is this the other side? Oh wait, I've got one sleeve, two sleeves, and I've got one side. So this is where I've started the second side. So actually I don't have too much more to go on this actually. But this has a cowl next. So I think you gotta crochet the cowl part too. But I'm gonna wait till next time probably to put that on the contender list, because although it is very tempting to me. I really fun fabric in here. But I don't know. It's close, isn't it? I couldn't wear it right now, which it doesn't have to be something I'm gonna wear right now. I didn't say that. I'm just making up stuff as I go along. Alright, I've got a few things out here. It's got dog fur on it because it's been beside my bed. Alright, now I got some bigger things. I know what's in this. This is one I haven't done in the shop in a long time, but this is my prototype bag. This is called my, what do I call this thing? It's a Mega Maker bag too, but it's just the Mega Maker bag, I think. This is a drawstring, but I've added a handle on the side, so it's kind of like a duffel tote thing. It does have pockets in it, but this is a different pocket style than I did before, so I know what's in here. All these little bonbon things, these shipches, where I was doing this knit crochet thing, and this is something I need to make note of. I need to do a tutorial of, because on this one I go from knit to crochet. I'll show you how I change the needle. I don't join it. I just transition into it. Let's put it that way. These are eventually gonna make some kind of wrap or something. I don't know. I got a ton of these things, so it's one of these things I keep putting off. Ugh. But so fun. I can actually do about 3 of those at a time on my circular needles when I do the knitting part anyway. Alright, I can't get to that yet, so let's grab this. And I know what's in this one too, because this is a recent one. This is when I started the Moogly crochet along. These are gorgeous, but I haven't done anymore. Gorgeous. I do gorgeous work, but I just like the colors I picked. And then also these. This is how many squares I got out of 2 cakes held together of just regular mandala. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cakes. 7 squares. They look different. I like the way they, well, this one doesn't look like that, but most of them have 2 colors to them. This one does. It's harder to see. It's lighter up here. This one almost has 3. This one's way different, but I promise you these are the same 2 cakes. So varied. That one just has that little bit right there. So these are 10-inch squares. So I've got more cakes. So I'm gonna make me a big old Afghan blanket out of these. Big old patchwork. I want a big one to cover my whole bed. So I've got a bunch of these. So these work out pretty quick. This is just corner to corner. That's all I'm doing. 10-inch corner to corner squares. So I don't know if I'll do more of these Moogly ones. I really want to, because I love the colors. I may just pick some to do, and then I don't know, maybe do a throw, like enough to do a lap blanket or something. I don't know. Like I said, crochet alongs are kind of on hold for me right now. All right, what else? This one, actually, I'm almost done with this one. So I will be finishing this tonight. So it can't go on the thing. But this is my scrap granny square. Look at it, how pretty. Isn't it pretty? I just love it. And my dog has already claimed this. He was loving on it when he was sitting on the couch with me the other night and I was crocheting. He had his own blanket and he was like just laying, he just fell asleep. He fell dead asleep. And I had to turn it to get to the other side, and he was so disrupted when I did. He was like, but I finished the last of my really smaller scrap ones, and I was like, this is good enough for a lap blanket for the couch. So I just got to go to this corner. So I'm gonna pick out one of my larger skeins that has a little bit left on it and just finish that on out, and I'm gonna call that one done. Look at it. I just couldn't be bothered the other night to go get it and finish it. It was late and I was tired. It was Sunday night and why was I so tired Sunday? Because I went shopping in Albany with my bestie and her daughter. She was doing school clothes shopping, but I didn't have a girl. It wasn't that hard with a boy. And plus I did a little shopping of my own. Got me a few things, but so exhausted. So this bag is about to be empty because I have finished. That will be finished. Yay. And this bag, which yes, it's Christmas tote, but this is what I could find to stick this in. So this is the scarf version of the pattern I did for the Murder Mystery, Cozy Murder Mystery crochet along last year. But I have started an actual lapgan sides because I haven't. You see, I've gotten like very little done on it. So I don't know when I'll pick that one back up again. But that was the Cozy Murder Mystery one I did. I want to write a whole pattern for that. It'll be one of those where you can get all the pieces free on my blog because I do blog posts for them, or you can order a PDF out of my shop. So once I get it typed up and everything. What else do I got over here? Oh, this is my corner to corner. I've got to look at this and see if I need to start. No, it's not time to go. I don't know how big this is going to get because it's not time to start the decrease yet. But that's sort of how big you can see it is. This is using homespun yarn. I know some people don't like homespun yarn, but I actually love it. So I've got one more bin over here if I can get to it. No, hold on just a second. Okay, I had to move all those. I need to look into what, remember, I need to do stuff for this bags out of the way because they're in the way of my bin, which is a rolly bin. This is filled with random stuff. Some of this is like this scarf thing, which if it's going to be a scarf, I may just add, I've got a bunch of this. This is those sprinkle cupcake things from Caron that I have like a ton of because I love them. And I made a scarf out of one. But I was like, this is not long enough to be a scarf. But I was like, I can add another section to it. It'd be one of those really big floofy scarves. Not that I get to wear those around here much, but you know what? I like making stuff like that sometimes. And this is, I did a pattern for this heart. Pixels and Lace Heart or something like that on my blog. It's just a corner to corner heart, which I've done several patterns with, and it's got this lacy border. And then I showed y'all how to do some surface crochet for these little bits on it. I don't know what in the world you would do with this, but I just thought it was a neat looking pattern. I guess you could use it to lay out like a doily, or you could sew it to a pillow. Could make me a top out of it. No. And then there's this thing. This is where I started the Sophie's Universe one year, and this is how far I got. I was trying to use whatever I had on hand, and it just wasn't working out. So I'd like to make that one time. What else is in here? Oh, these are all the squares from the first year I did the Cozy Murder Mystery cowl that need to be sewn together. I haven't done that yet. Oh, and these are all my, I need to sew this together. This is an Afghan. It's called the Dahlia Puff. I don't know. I have the tweed. I have this orange and blue. And I have these. And I have, don't fall off my chair, these. It's going to make a big old blanket. That would be fun to finish. That's going to be on my list. Because all I got to do is I'll probably whip stitch these together. Probably. That's taking up a lot of space in that bin. What else is in here? Oh, a bunch of this, which I still don't know what to do with. Bat yarn. I have this. I have this velvet. I've tried to start several different projects with these things, and I can't. I keep pulling them out. I think that's all that's in that bin. So, there you have it. There's 40 minutes worth of my project bags. I didn't count how many there are. I mean, you could tell me if you did down below, because I surely didn't. Now we're gonna vote on what should I finish. I'll show you this on a Fun Friday. So either this scarf from Jimmy Beans. Excuse me, I'm getting yarn fibers all in my mouth. This fun guy. Look at him. Oh, he's a caterpillar. Okay, get your butt down in there. Or this scarf. So we've got two different scarves going on. We got the Jimmy Bean scarf. We'll call it the red, white, and blue scarf. The Southern Skeins mini skein scarf, Tweety scarf. My caterpillar dude, or sewing together that blanket I just showed y'all with the dahlias or whatever you want to call them in the middle. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know down below what y'all like to see finished. I mean, I'll finish all of them eventually, but that's the project I will focus on the most. Just gonna pick out something random tonight to work on. And I will see y'all. Y'all remember to have a life lived creatively. If that wasn't enough yarn in your face, I don't know what to tell you. And I will see y'all in the next video. Okay, have a great week. Oh, and there will be another sewing tutorial coming up on Thursday instead of Wednesday this week. Okay, I'm going to see Legally Blonde at the play at our local. It's called Empire Dance Studio. We saw a play there. It was. What is that? It was a Christmas play movie. The one about where he gets the angel wings, and I can't think of the name of it. I know y'all know what it is. Where they poof him like he was never born, and he sees what happens, and it's a Miracle on 34th Street. Is that what it is? It was really good. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'll be back with a sewing video on Thursday. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.